Owen Cook is the leader of what used to be Real Social Dynamics. He was a very popular YouTuber about a year ago in the cold approach and dating space. Now, the reason I want to make a video about him is because a lot of people from sales, they have like ties to cold approach because it's like a way to improve your social skills. And I think like it has a lot of benefits for sales. But just personally also, like it's been my background. I want to talk about it a little bit and also make some transitions to sales on how it can improve your sales skills as well. So if you don't know what cold approach is, it's basically being in a public place and like approaching someone like in a bar or out in the open or even at like a nightclub, just going up to a stranger and basically saying hi. Like usually it's with the intent of like, you know, improving your dating skills, social skills and dating skills, but usually it's like chasing women, what most people do. And you know, it really tends to like improve your confidence. There's of course like an entire perspective that's true, that's some guys like end up like chasing women too much and like doing that nonstop. I made that mistake for a while as well. Yeah, that's not healthy, but the good part about this is like it does improve your confidence, it does improve your social skills. And like if you're introverted, it can like really help you out, give you more confidence and connect with people better. It's just, you just have to go about it like mindfully, because a lot of like these guys, they will say that they are amazing with women, and to an extent they're right. But a lot of these guys, they don't have successful relationships, they don't have successful families. You know, some of them like have like children, but most of them don't. And so I can say like, you know, you can go that way, but if you then actually want to start like a family and stuff like that, then you still need to, you know, reconsider your perspective on things at least. And that's where entrepreneurship helped me. And that's also kind of why I stopped doing that, because for a while I was like really improving my social skills, but then I was at the point like, you know, I can make connections with people now, but I'm still like, you know, broke. And so that's why I started this. So that's like why, you know, you need to just, if you just work on your social skills the entire time and you end up sleeping on people's couches or just doing a job that you hate, then you're probably not having the right approach to things, right? So that's where entrepreneurship really came in for me. And fortunately, like some people are like really like more like wholesome as well as like entrepreneurs. Like not everyone, I feel like there's a lot of like vagueness there, but I feel like, you know, there tends to be generally in like an uplifting atmosphere there. So I think that's a good thing. I think like if you are an introvert, you should try cold approach, like if it's something you're excited about, because it can really help you connect with people better. And it will also transfer like to your sales skills later on. Like it's quite different because, you know, in cold approach, we try to connect with people, like that's the primary purpose. Whereas in sales, that's still quite important as well, but it's more like a secondary purpose, where the primary purpose in sales is to make a deal and help someone achieve a goal. So it's a little bit more of like a serious energy, whereas cold approach is more like playful and like making a connection. So I would say like those are like the biggest differences between them. But maybe in the future I will make some videos about that as well. But like I don't want this to become like a dating channel. But it's just that Owen and that company and other people as well, other pickup artists or like dating coaches, like the culture was really a thing for me for a while, where I like improved myself. And there's a lot of toxicity there, but there's also a lot of like good ideas there where we can really like work on yourself. There's a lot of truth there. So oftentimes it's quite uncomfortable, but I think it's worth taking, like if you want to improve yourself in that way, and it will transfer to sales. But you don't need to cold approach just to be good at sales. I think if you just care about sales and just focus on sales, because that's going to give you probably the best ROI. But for me, like when I'm thinking about business in general and what I want my life to look like, sales is the art of solving problems, and like that's super valuable. But oftentimes the perspective also that Owen shared, it's one where you should like enjoy life, and as you go about meeting people, like you should like just enjoy yourself and like make connections and enjoy what you do, right? So that's sometimes like a bit of like a different with sales, because it's more like just solving a problem. And I think that's a very efficient way of going about things, but that's not necessarily like, you don't want your entire life to look like that, right? You want to, at the end of the day, like you want to enjoy yourself while you are here, right? That doesn't mean you need to go into like debauchery or things like that, but you still need to like have a purpose, like have a meaning and enjoy what you're doing here. So you don't need to cold approach to do that. And if you're in sales, you can just enjoy your work and enjoy helping people and things like that. But I think it's always like a process where you need to return to yourself and feel out like the way I'm going about this, am I going about it in a way where I am aligned with what I want in life? And am I aligned not just with that, but also with the way I want to feel in life? Because it's not just about getting to your goal, right? It's also about enjoying being here. And that's what I learned from cold approach, but it's also pretty difficult because like the culture, like sometimes like it's quite toxic, and I end up sometimes like being like too harsh on myself for like being too harsh for when I'm not getting the results, or when I'm not in a state of like happiness, or like when I'm feeling fatigued. And then I end up like draining myself or like going to a negative place. But it's about, you know, trying to achieve that without like forcing it, right? That's what helps me. And I think just being aware of it as well. Like when I'm aware of like, I want to achieve a state where I actually feel good and I enjoy myself, then I feel like I'm actually working towards that. And so even though I know when I am in business and when I am trying to achieve a goal, you can do that, but you can still enjoy it at the same time, right? Again, that doesn't mean you need to be like a clown and dance around. You can be effective, but just enjoy yourself while you're doing it. And like that's a lot what I learned from Owen as well. I would say like, I personally think there's a lot you can learn from him. There's also a lot of things that you probably shouldn't learn from him, but he's someone that like inspired me personally, and so I just wanted to share that with you today. Yeah, guys, let me know if you feel the same way, or if you're curious, or you just have ideas of something we can talk about, or maybe something you want help with. Let me know. Feel free to check out my next video as well. And yeah, it's evening here, so I'm gonna end the video. Hope you guys have a great weekend. See you soon. Cheers.